Hey there, everybody. This is Clay, the average gamer, bringing you a couple of new things tonight. Bringing you, number one, a new game, BulletStorm, and number two, I've got a special guest with me, and proud to introduce my good gaming friend, ADD Boy, aka Will. And I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself. What's up, Will?
How's it going? My name's Will. I've been playing games for a while, and me and Clay, kind of how we met.
This is how we roll.
Yeah,
I mean, we just
what we do.
shoot things.
We shoot things. We
digital things, not real things.
no. Well, we shoot birds in the backyard, but
Anyway.
anyway.
So, BulletStorm, I guess it came out when Tuesday or so, whenever every game release,
23rd,
kind of
something like that.
our thing that we do typically is we will
Tri-weekly.
make a Best Buy run.
Tri-weekly Best Buy runs.
Tri-weekly, but
That's 3 times
mainly
a week.
on Tuesday because that happens to be the day that stuff's released.
And typically Saturdays or Sundays, probably, because weekends,
Just looking for something to do.
Yeah,
And there's nothing better than just walking around the store
Best
looking
Buy.
at stuff.
We know the people that work there on a first name basis now.
Yeah, I mean, and they know us.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, what were we talking about?
Bulletstorm. Bulletstorm. Game we picked up 2 days, 3 days ago.
I guess Will had heard kind of some good things about this first-person shooter. For those of you that aren't aware of it, I guess whenever you start the game, it gives you a online passcode. This is the gameplay prior to plugging in the online passcode. So basically, it's online. You're thrown in, and it is 4 teammates against some AI, waves of AI.
PvE
basically.
gameplay. I believe the game was called Anarchy, actually.
The name of this is called
I
Anarchy?
believe so.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. But so, I wasn't around for this much of this. I was wrangling children at the time.
Right.
And Will was kind of rolling on his own, trying to figure out the game. This is his first gameplay ever on BulletStorm. So I'm going to kind of let you just, introduce the game, introduce, kind of what your thoughts were, and just kind of take it from the top.
Yeah.
And go.
Well, like Clay said, this new game came out that I heard some stuff about because I tend to watch YouTube videos and gaming channels and such. And when
Nice kick into the tornado, by the way.
That was kind of interesting, actually. One of the things I liked about this game.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll intervene here in a second.
The first thing I noticed was the combat style. A lot different than most first-person shooters. Shooting, not that big of a deal. I mean, it's more of... Eventually, I get to where I start leashing people, which is like, it pulls it to them and like freezes them, and then you can kick them. So, really, it's more about kicking and leashing than about shooting, actually, which makes it kind of fun.
It seemed like there was a lot of creativity. You got bonus points for being creative
right.
with killing people.
Like, there's different
like
skill
the
shots.
instance where the guy was kicked into the tornado. He got like 1 billion points for that.
And
he leveled up 30 times.
Eventually, you get bullet kicks, which is just kicking them and then shooting them.
Mm-hmm.
My teammates were terrible, by the way. We have like team challenges in every round. I don't think we ever got one. We raped that round though because we needed only 1250. We got 2105. I had a pretty decent round, mainly from that kick into the tornado.
Yeah. Now, and this is where you kind of start figuring. The second round is whenever you start. Now, do you actually upgrade your stuff? There's a point in here where you have the ability to upgrade all your weapons. To what extent, we haven't got that far yet. Like I said, this is the first game, so any upgrades are going to probably be not really that important. The first step of many in all of the upgrades. But this is the first round that you actually start using the leash, which is almost like a light whip, laser whip or something like that.
It's pretty sweet. It
is pretty cool. And a lot of times, there's something funky it does. It doesn't just bring them to you and throw them on the ground.
It slows down time almost.
Yeah, whenever you grab them, it does. It makes them float. You'll see here in a moment he actually grabs one. Now this is this map. It's pretty small. Here you go. Here we go. Before we get in, now you're trying to figure out. You didn't realize.
I didn't realize. I didn't know how to leash. I didn't know what happened when you actually leashed on. And right there, when I let go of the button finally, it pulled it to me. And I kicked it and I shot it. And that
you want to? I mean, I guess since we're talking about controls, you want to kind of go over some of the controls. I think.
Yeah, pretty standard controls. The PS3, so the left and right bumpers are aim and shoot, respectively. The left trigger is the leash. The right trigger is to charge your weapon, which I didn't do very much until the last round.
And that's the one that, like, I mean, practically melts them.
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about? Okay.
And then X is to sprint. A little different. The left stick, actually, clicking it is how you get to crouch mode.
Let's see how they just float there.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm kind of
it's pretty cool.
Watching the gameplay while we're talking.
And then the O button is kicking, and I found that a lot of fun. I found myself
you kicked a lot
meleeing a lot. And I mean, it's different from most a little bit different and a little bit similar from most first-person shooters, but I like the setup. I mean, the controls are pretty smooth.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I know me and you, we both play Call of Duty as our main our main game. So, how hard was it making the transition between this one and Call of Duty?
Not hard at all.
Really?
I mean,
yeah.
You just 2 or 3 button difference. Not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
No, that's pretty easy.
And
I mean, the transition from Call of Duty to this game though is the playing style is a lot different. Because in Call of Duty you're shooting, that's your main way of killing, and knifing's only in close quarters. In this game,
now that's one thing I never really saw you get a close quarter kill on this one. I know you brought them in and kicked them, and then shot them like as they were floating off it. I don't know if there was like have you killed anybody like with a melee weapon or anything like that? Is there any way to?
Sometimes if you kick them.
If you kick them hard enough in
or
the
like
nose.
if you shot them before. But yeah, the playing style's a whole lot different. But the controls pretty smooth switching from Black Ops to this.
Yeah. And this
round I go off. I think is the round I go off on.
Is this? Yeah. I don't know. There was one where he found you found a spawn point, and I mean, just light these guys up.
No,
I mean,
it's the next round.
Okay.
Next round.
One thing about this map I've noticed, I mean, it almost looks like it's just a big ring around a tornado. It looks like it's a pretty small map, and I don't know how much research we've actually done in the maps. Now, once you put in your online passcode,
I think you get some more maps.
You get more maps. You get. I know with the online passcode, you got 25,000 XP,
which put me from level 2 to level 5.
Okay, so brought you up a few levels.
You get some extra armor.
Okay, and then opened up a couple of maps.
Yeah.
Is that right?
And I don't know what else.
Okay. Off the top of our head, I mean, I would say those are the main things with entering the online passcode. It's just like the EA Sports games. In order to play online, they give you a passcode, and it allows you to, play against people. This is prior to entering that code. So, like I said, it's just 4 random people thrown in. Yeah, almost like a multiplayer demo, isn't it? Yeah. Boom. Booyah, kick him. So I think we found that there was about five other maps or so.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I think it's around that. This is the only map I ever played, because I only played 2 games, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Do you remember seeing what type of game modes there was?
This is the only one I played.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any PvP at all.
And you did dive into the campaign a little bit, am I right?
5 minutes.
Okay.
And it was a lot of. For the 5 minutes played, it was a lot of fun. Because typically, I'm a guy that doesn't like cutscenes. I like to just get straight to the playing. But this game, it's opened with a cutscene, and it kind of pulled me in. I wanted to watch it. And so for the 5 minutes I played, I was probably watching. It's probably even.
This is where you go off on the guys.
Yeah, this is where it off. But the campaign is probably even between playing and watching cutscenes. And the cutscenes were really good, I thought. Really well done.
But you didn't really get actually too into the campaign.
Yeah, and on the side note, random note, one con of this game, the graphics aren't that great.
Yeah. Okay.
So
you found out about the charging the gun.
Yeah, and I didn't really know what happened. And then I turned and I charged my gun and I blew somebody up. See, it's like a shotgun almost.
Yeah,
see?
except it just melts their entire body.
I don't know if you guys have seen Blade Trinity, but it's like when vampires got shot by those one bullets, they'd like just melt. It's like that. For those who like ballistic snipes.
Like you?
Will West, actually.
Yeah.
Great actor. But, yeah, I just kind of went off. Like, some of these...
I mean, you sit there and you watch them. They
also a con.
Spawn right in front of you.
The language in this game is horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I am 15 years old, and I don't mind language that much, considering I go to high school, so I'm probably going to hear it every day. But this was kind of vulgar. I mean, it was bad how bad the language was.
And I mean,
it was funny though.
For
at
those
the same time.
that you know might be they're watching whether or not you know to buy it for a younger kid or whatever. I mean, this is definitely mute it, and I don't think there's a way to disable the graphics, but I know there's a lot of floating blood that goes along with the floating bodies that you pull in.
On the other side note, dinosaur bones on the map. Or maybe dragons. We discussed this before. We didn't know what it was. So maybe comment and tell you what you think those bones are. Because we don't know.
Numerous amount of things. It could be a giant thing. That's what I'm going to say it is. That's the official name for it. A giant thing.
That should be.
Anyway, game's coming into here. So real quick, Will, give me some final thoughts on the game if you don't mind.
Well, thought it was good. Different kind of combat, which is all right.
1 out of 10?
No, probably.
I mean, 1 to 10. What would you give it?
Probably 7 out of 10. Or 7, 7.5.
7.5 out of 10. There we have it. All right. I appreciate you watching the video. You enjoyed what you see. Hopefully, we'll bring you some more BulletStorm here in the near future. Feel free to rate, comment, or subscribe. Guys, this is The Average Gamer and Will.
Thanks for having me.
Peace. We're out.